So I know I'm late, like very late. Instead of the usual 9:30 that I start these at, it is now 10:40. I am very late today, and also, today being the 2nd of February. I'm going to explain why I'm so late today. A part of me shouldn't have even done anything tonight. If I was going to be this late, I just shouldn't have done anything at all tonight. But I probably won't be able to do anything tomorrow night because I'm going out with friends. Going out to dinner tomorrow night. So I'm probably won't be able to do anything tomorrow night. So I didn't want to leave 2 nights in a row with nothing going on. What are all these sounds I'm hearing? Were those sounds made by these small lives? I think so. Anyways, before we get started, let me show you guys some of the shinies I've gotten lately. So you guys remember all these Dudunsparces I got last time? I got this! I got this since last time, and I absolutely plan to evolve it to a King Gambit. And then I got this. And then, because Hunted Cloths sucks, I attempted to breed for one, and I got one. Very quickly, too, might I add. Alright, welcome. I apologize for being late tonight. I'll explain in due time what happened. But for now, would you please be so kind to give me a boost? Please. I want to get the shiny, please. How have you been doing? Are you hunting anything on your own? What? On your end? Doing some quick PLA RNG? Okay, so that means your switch is occupied. No problem. I can just make a encounter boost for now. So I need... Which one did I need? This one. So the reason I'm late is because before this I had a little bit of heavy lifting I had to do. So recently my family bought what we assumed was another fridge, which I guess nobody read the packaging. My family, mostly my dad. My mom didn't really care for this idea. My dad was looking into buying another fridge to put in the house, because, you know. I should mention first that, you know, we have the standard fridge in our house already. And then we already have a freezer that we have in the garage. So I should mention we already have those too. Plus a mini fridge, but that one came with the house. I know this sounds ridiculous. So the only ones out of the 3 I just mentioned we actually bought was the freezer in the garage. So we have a standard fridge, a mini fridge, and a freezer in the garage. So the reason my dad was looking into buying another fridge to put maybe in the basement is because, you know, all 3 of them are full. We don't have any more room to put food. So, my dad went out with this plan to get another fridge. But issue is, he was having trouble finding a good deal. We didn't need, per se, we didn't need a new fridge. We could have lived without one. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't need a new fridge. So ideally, my dad didn't want to spend a fortune on another fridge because we didn't need one necessarily. At first, my dad thought he found a good deal. He saw like a decent sized fridge for like 200 bucks at Costco, and yeah, that is a pretty good deal. But he didn't buy it. And then when he returned like 2 days later with me, yeah, it was gone. The deal was gone. That's the thing with Costco, isn't it? You never know when what they're selling will be pulled off of the shelves. Especially the big home appliances. Anyways. So my dad was having trouble finding a good deal, a cheap one for a decent sized one, because once again, we don't need one. We don't need another one. So what happened was, my dad's friend just went ahead and helped us look for one. And he just right away found a decent deal. $300 for a decent sized one. It's not as good as the original, but what can you do? So my dad's friend, he helped hook us up. He went to Costco, he believed he found a good deal, and he just helped us buy it. Of course, we had to pay him back for it. So there we were. We believed we got a new fridge. So a couple days ago, my dad and I, we unboxed it in the garage in the winter cold. We hoisted it down into the basement. And then without you know, really testing it out, my dad just immediately put some soda cans in there and they burst. Why? Because they froze. So it was too cold. And my dad already put it onto the normal freezer setting, the normal cold setting. So we tried again. We turned it down to the lowest. Wait. I should say we should turn it, because if I say we turned it to the lowest temperature setting, then that would make it colder. No, we turned it to the warmest, let's say that. The warmest, so the weakest cold setting. And it still froze. So we began to suspect, did we buy a freezer? Did we not buy a fridge? Did we buy an entire freezer? I read the manual, and yeah, it did seem like we did buy a freezer. So that's what I was up to before this. We had to move the freezer from the basement all the way to the garage, repackage it, get it in the car, and, you know, get ready to go back to Costco tomorrow morning to return it. So that's what I did before this. I also took a power nap before that because I was so tired. So that's where I was. I napped and I moved a fridge. That's why I'm late today. I was falling asleep at work. I was so tired today. It also didn't help that I had no caffeine in my system. Normally I would have, if not a sip of coffee, then some milk tea. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. If it's not coffee, then it's milk tea. Where did I... No, I mentioned this yesterday night in a different stream. Because the mall I work at, there are... Once again, this sounds ridiculous. The mall I work at has 2 food courts, but one of them is smaller than the other. The smaller one had a fire maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. No, I think it was more like 2 to 2.5 years ago. So the smaller food court had a fire, and ever since then, they were just, well, nothing was really happening to that area. Until earlier this week, one of the little food stalls there, the little shops selling food, they reopened. And they had some of the most bomb milk tea ever. Like, their milk tea is pungent. It is powerful. That is some powerful tea. You know when you get a weak cup of tea and then you get a strong one with a big burst of flavor? Yeah, this place got that strong tea. So if I'm not drinking their milk tea in the morning, I would have bought... Wait, no. I would have prepared a stick of powdered instant coffee. I don't drink coffee. My family does. So whenever they prepare this instant coffee, I just take a sip. So, clearly that didn't happen today. If neither of those options, then I would go to the bubble tea place that's literally next door to me, and I would buy a drink. Probably milk tea. And I had no caffeine in my system today. Well, I did have a lot of sugary drinks in my system. Maybe that's why I was so tired. Because all the sugar left my system. And I kind of got a sugar crash. That could have been the case. My family bought a big bottle of mango flavored aloe vera yesterday, and none of them liked it. They all tried it, none of them liked it. They were saying it tastes like medicine. You know when you get that artificial medicine flavor? Mostly grape. I don't know where in the world has mango flavored medicine. So, because they didn't drink it, I did. Or I still am. I drank about like half the bottle today. It was one of those big, like 2-liter bottles. I just kept on drinking it too, despite even I believing it's a little too sweet. I could have just watered it down, but I still didn't. Eventually, I drank so much, my throat actually started to hurt because of all the sugar. I'm just like, yo, fat ass, how about you drink some water for a change? Anyway, that's besides the point. So, just before doing this, that's why I'm late. I took a big power nap because I probably had a sugar crash at work. And then I had to move a freezer from my basement to my garage. I had to repackage it and everything. And while I was napping, I was even debating too, like, do I get up early and do a quick stream and then I do that freezer, that fridge? Or do I just lie down, try to go back to sleep, try to move that thing later on, and if I can't stream tonight, then I can't stream tonight. But like I said, I'm probably not going to be able to do anything tomorrow night because I'm going out with friends. So I didn't want 2 days in a row or 2 nights in a row with nothing. So here I am. Late as a fiddle. Doing this. Me and my friends are going out to dinner tomorrow night. We're probably going to get pho. So, how you guys doing? Y'all want to hear some bullshit on what happened last night in my Pokemon Go game? So I already got 50 coins. This was yesterday, by the way. I already got 50 coins in my Pokemon Go yesterday. And I had something in a gym. And I was just waiting for it to turn midnight. That way I can get the coins for the next day, which was today. So it's like 20 minutes past midnight. It's like 12:20 a.m. I checked my phone just to see, is it still in the gym? I opened my phone. It said it was knocked out. And the 50 coin limit for the day has already been reached. That means it was beaten out of the gym right before midnight. Man, I was pissed. Because I would have gotten 50 for the day right on the spot had it past midnight too. Man. But I kind of made up for it today. The mall I work at, there's a gym there on the other end of the mall, I should say. So, early this morning, I took down everything that was in the gym, and I was in that gym all day. Now, usually that's a bad idea because the gym in my mall, the people there are vicious. They don't really allow They don't really allow people in the Valor team to be in the gym. It's mostly Team Mystic or Team Instinct. Team Valor's kind of the underdog when it comes to which team is prevalent in the mall. But to my surprise, I was actually able to stay in there all day. I did get some attempts to take us out every now and then, but I just real quick locked up shop, ran to the other side of the mall, and just golden raspberried. I ended up getting 46 coins out of it. It's better than nothing, I suppose. But right now, I do have another Pokemon in the gym just waiting for it to turn midnight again. Okay, I just opened my phone. Yes, my Garchomp is still in the gym, and it has been for 4 hours, 8 minutes, and 27 seconds. I don't think I've gotten any shinies in Pokemon Go recently. Let me just double check. Nope. So I'm now in the process of hunting the 3 forms of Tatsugiri. I'm breeding for them because they kind of suck to hunt, with 3 of the forms looking damn near the same. I figure I'd just breed for them. Makes it a lot easier. Makes me less likely to get them confused. I just pass by a shiny, and it's like, oh, I thought that was the regular for the other form. So I'm trying out a different method for breeding. What I do is, I save the game right before the picnic. I do the picnic, I hatch all the eggs. If nothing in the eggs are shiny, I reset the game. That way, excuse me. That way I don't have to waste time releasing everything one by one. And because the eggs are not the same if I reset the game, well, need I say more? Oh, come on! I should be able to jump over that Dudunsparce. You know, I suppose nobody looked on the box for that freezer as well. Because the cardboard box, the packaging it came in, literally said upright freezer. Hey, it tricked us all. It was a freezer in Fridge's clothing. And, well, nobody's watching me again. Fantastic. It's okay. I do probably expect this to be a short one, too. I feel like this stream, maybe 2 sandwiches at most. Maybe. If someone's willing to give me a level 3 boost, then I'll do a 3rd one. But because it's so late, I don't think I really should spend too long here tonight. And also because I now have to wake up extra early tomorrow. Because now I gotta wake up early to go to Costco and return that. And then go to work. Yippee. And then also factor in the fact that I took a nap earlier, so I'm not really that tired right now, so I'm probably not going to sleep early, anytime early tonight. And because I got to wake up early tomorrow, I'm going to get even less sleep total tonight. And then tomorrow night I'm also going out, so I'm using up a lot of energy that I don't have. Well, on the bright side, I made 2 different sales today. I tell you though, making money is hard. Because I haven't been able to make a sale in, I kid you not, a couple weeks. It's been that quiet at the mall. So, finally, rarer than a shiny, I'm able to actually do business. Once again, the stinking customers. bargain. It was just non-stop, give me discount, give me discount. For any of you guys who don't work in retail, you don't know how infuriating that is, especially when it happens like every single time. Every time you interact with a customer, it's always discount, discount, discount. At some point, I will get to my boiling point where I'm just gonna say, stop. No doing that. No bargaining. The price is how it is. End of story. Someday I will say that. Someday I'm just gonna reach my boiling point and I'm just gonna say those words out loud. Okay, homie is now ready to help me get a boost. Fan-freaking-tastic. So, gonna sacrifice these last 12-ish minutes. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. He literally just texted me like, I'm available now if you still want the boost. I'm just like, okay. He's like, damn, you were waiting. And then I texted him, believe it or not, I had a busy night too. Minus half of that time being sleeping. Anyways. Now we wait. Hope everyone out there is doing good. And if you're not doing good right now, hey, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully this will cheer you up. Hopefully this could make your day a little bit better. Okay, guess I'm doing this one. Let's see. L6CSYM. Perfect. Alright, this is not a great place to put me to do a sandwich. Can I do this right in front of the gym, like right over here? Let's see. No. No, it's too close. I don't see what the problem is hosting a picnic right in front of people. And what people? Oh my god. Ain't nobody in that town. It's not even the town. It's literally just a gym. Ooh, I'll take that. Here, let's try it. This is a horrible spot for a picnic. Who would picnic here? There we go. Is it really cooking if we're just assembling a sandwich like this? Is that really called cooking? Well, I suppose if you're dealing with food, then yeah, I guess. I gotta ask him too, like, does he have time to help me do another one after this? Alright, he said sure. Achoo. Nice. Wow. Just visually, the sandwich looks like it would attract ice types more than normal types. The blue herba on the bottom and the white blocks of tofu makes it look like ice. You know, I'm actually thinking of replaying Scarlet and Violet on my Switch Lite and also getting Herba Mysticas in that game. That way, I don't have to, you know, constantly rely on others for this boost. But that would require me to play through the entire freaking game. Again, like both of them. Well, I don't need to do both. I could just do one. But I may as well. In a way, I kind of need to as well. It's for living deck stuff. Okay, now let's truly do some shiny hunting. I can't believe I'm set on doing 3 Mousehold after this as well. I said in the past that I thought Goldengo was the most not worth getting shiny I've ever seen. Visually, yeah, kinda. I still kinda believe that, but concept-wise, I think Family of 3 Mousehold takes that spot. The shiny hardly changes, and it's rarer. So, on a concept side, Family of 3 Mousehold might be the most not worth getting shiny I've ever seen. But I feel like still visually, Goldengo takes that spot. I have never seen a shiny change so little before seeing Goldengo's shiny. I sometimes get the feeling that Game Freak, Pokemon, like, they just like trolling the fans from time to time. Mostly with the shinies. You know, it's kind of like how Hollywood nowadays are purposely trolling fans with woke media, woke content they know will piss off the fans. They do it because they know they'll piss off fans. Looking at you, Velma. And also looking at you, She-Hulk. Like, they purposely make content that... Hey! Hey, get back here! They purposely make woke content like that just to piss off the fans. Not even to make it as good content. Anyways, that's besides the point. I feel like sometimes Game Freak, they have a good Pokemon on their hands. Kind of like Cheese String Guy. You know, Goldengo. They have a good designed Pokemon on their hands, yet they deliberately make an atrocious shiny to troll us. Anyone else feel that? Oh, I also realized the other day that the Paradox Pokemon not being technically related to the Pokemon we know now. I guess it's not the first time they've done that. They've made separate Pokemon that are very similar in design, who are not related, not classified the same Pokemon. Now, the first example that came to mind is Plusle and Minun. And then you obviously have Nidoran male and female, but that's more of a gender difference. A part of me is still pissed off they never went back and fixed that. I know it's because of technology limitation back then in Gen 1. So they had to put the gender symbol in the name to differentiate. But they never went back and fixed that. When technology got better, they could have changed it to saying they're not two separate Pokemon, they're the same thing, just gender difference. They never did that. I feel like it's because they wanted to keep Gen 1 having 151 Pokemon. If they change that, then Gen 1 would only have 150. So technically, there's not a... As of this moment, at least, this is before the DLC. As of this moment, there isn't technically 1,008, there's 1,007. I don't know. It's their company, their IP, their characters. They could do what they want. I also realized something else too. When I mentioned that the Paradox Pokemon's names being literally just two regular words side by side, I mentioned that's not the first time they've done that, because technically we've had the 4 Tapus. I then realized, wait, we had freaking Type Null. How could I have forgotten about that one? Yeah, that one is literally just 2 normal words as well, Type and Null. Only difference is there's a colon in between the words. See, I wish more Pokemon names had that. Had punctuation. Like I said before, this would have been like an example in mind. I mentioned how Plusle and Minun, they're 2 separate Pokemon. But what if they were kind of like a tandem mouse kind of Pokemon? Plusle and Minun. 1 Pokemon. But that's the name, Plusle and Minun. I just wish more Pokemon names had more punctuation. Kind of like the Jangmo-O lines. They have a hyphen. So Pokemon names have had genders, have had hyphens, have had colons. Like, I want those really weird names. I'm waiting for a Pokemon to have like a $sign instead of an S. We also have the 4 legendary Pokemon in this game, all 4 of the Chinese names with the hyphens in those ones. So I'm wishing more Pokemon names had punctuation. Shiny, I got 1 so far. 1, and it hasn't even been 10 minutes into the sandwich. I was just saying how I completely forgot about Type Null when it came to the Paradox Pokemon having, well, their names being just 2 separate words. 2 separate regular words, and I completely forgot. Type Null was like that too. It's just Type and Null. And then I was saying I wish more Pokemon names had punctuation, like how Type Null has a colon. The Jangmo-O lines, the Jangmo-O line has hyphens along with the legendary Pokemon of this game. I would love to see even more wacky Pokemon names with punctuation in them. I'm waiting to see a Pokemon's name that is 1 word, period, another word. They could have done that with Type Null. They could have just said type, period, null. They could have done that. I'm also waiting for a Pokemon's name to have a comma in it. Say we get another Pokemon that's like Tandemaus or Mousehold, where it's multiple creatures together. Well, each one of those could have their own separate names. Alright, prepare for this to now become outdated. So, yesterday, I believe it was yesterday. Yesterday, on February 1st, Black Panther Wakanda Forever released onto Disney+. I haven't seen the film yet. I'll be honest, I kind of forgot it was coming out on Disney+. So I definitely still have Black Panther 2 to watch as of this moment. So earlier tonight, my sister and her boyfriend, they watched it. I didn't know they were watching it. But now they know. They know the film before I do. Now I must catch up. And they told me the film is long too. It's like a 3-hour film. Let's see. Right now it's Thursday. Ideally, I'd like to watch it on Monday. Because Monday, I would have my day off of work. I'd be alone at home. I could just freely watch the movie on the big TV. Because if not, I would just watch it at work. And I would just stare at my little phone for 3 hours. Well, I suppose I could just go on the Disney Plus website on my laptop and watch it like that. I could just sign in, huh? Yeah, but it still doesn't beat a big TV to watch at home. Whoa, losing control there. I know I'm late tonight, guys. Yeah, my bad. What you guys up to? I have only gotten one shiny so far. I have only procured one shiny, but hopefully I get more. Hopefully. I would like to hunt something else now. Something with a way worse shiny, something that's even less noticeable, but has the exact same odds. Oh, I hope they don't do this again in the future. I hope they do not do this again, which I discussed this with Greg the other day when I told him I got that shiny Bisharp. I told him, ooh! I told him, I feel like it's such a wasted potential that they did not name a female King Gambit into a Queen Gambit. Like, why? See, I'm not too familiar with chess. I don't know a damn thing about chess. I wasn't even too sure if chess had a queen piece. And then he told me, yes, the queen piece is the most important in chess, I guess. Okay, so now I know that a queen piece does exist in chess. Why didn't they name a female King Gambit Queen Gambit? It's so easy. Why? Just Pokemon that are sick? Sure. If you believe that, sure. Good for you. Guess I'm hunting for something that is sick. It's the most OP piece in the game. It would be too broken. I don't think that stats would change. That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting that this is something Pokemon has never done before. The Pokemon's name changes based on the gender. You want to know the perfect example? Mr. Mime. Why don't its name change to Miss Mime or even Mrs. Mime when it's a female? Like, how hard is that? How hard is it to change one letter if it's a female? Well, Nidoqueen can only be female. That's a different thing. There's Nidoking already. It has to be accurate to the lore, to the lore of chess, which I don't know. Like, why? Just why? How hard is it to change that? Get a female Mr. Mime. The name says Miss Mime. That's it! Nothing else changes. The stats don't change. The appearance doesn't change. Nothing changes but one letter in the name. How hard is that? So I threw that idea out there. I told him, like, what if they changed that one day? They never will, but what if they changed that one day? They actually made it where you actually can get that. And then I think I told him in a way like, but how would that work though? Since they already did it. They already made it, well, it can't be a gender split evolution now. Because in this game, if you get a female Bisharp, it can evolve into a female King Gambit. So unless they change that in the future games, where females can no longer evolve into a King Gambit, they can only evolve into a Queen Gambit. And then I thought, what if they did what they already did? Only female Bisharps. 1 in 100 chance to evolve into a Queen Gambit. That's it. 1 in 100 chance to evolve with a slightly different name, and nothing else. But then again, people can just change its name, can just set it to be a nickname and just call it a day. So you would never know which one's authentic or not. But could you imagine that? Only a certain gender would have a 1 in 100 chance to evolve into something different. So that would be 1 in 100 times 50%. I don't know. I can't think of any other example where this idea would be perfectly implemented. Mr. Mime and King Gambit. I can't think of any other Pokemon name that would change based on the gender. Well, besides Nidoran. But that's not what I'm saying. Not a gender difference. The Pokemon... My idea is the Pokemon itself doesn't change appearance. The only thing that changes is the letters in its name. And that's it. That's it. No physical appearance change, no stat changes, nothing. Only thing that changes is the name based on the gender. Why have they not done that yet? Like, I can't imagine it would be that hard to program. If it's a... I think Mr. Mime's 50-50 on the gender. So if it's female, just make it so that the females, instead of having an R in the name, it's an S. Instead of Mr. Mime, it's a Miss Mime. How hard is it to change one letter? Anyways, they should make that for Eevee. It has to be female, evolve in the morning, and only 1% to evolve to the special form. Hey, don't be giving them any ideas. You know how hard it is to shiny hunt Eevee as is. If it's a 1% chance to evolve to that special form, oh man. Really, really testing how little lives their gamers have. Their fans have. Did I say morning? Did you not say morning? What did you say? Evolved in the evening. Why, yes. Yes, I did say morning. Yes, I did. Technically, they already have that. Espeon and Umbreon evolve during day and night. Trying to think, what other Pokemon ideas have they not done yet? 1,000 Pokemon's in, and they still haven't done certain ideas. What haven't they done yet? Well, to my knowledge, they still haven't done a Pokemon where 1% of a gender is more rare. Kind of like Salazzle. Since female's more rare, but more sought out, because only the females can evolve. I have yet to see a Pokemon where, like, 1% is male, and 99% is female, something like that. A Shuckle evolution? You know what, I'm expecting that. The naming scheme, I imagine they would just go the Dudunsparce route. Shuckle. Swear to God, watch me be correct in a couple years. Watch one day, they really introduce that. They really introduce Shuckle. Unknown evolution, but it has to be a special version. I don't know if unknowns need an evolution. You know what I think unknowns should have had? Numbers. They've had all of the English alphabet letters plus a question and exclamation mark. Why not numbers? You don't even have to make that many. It's 1 to 9 plus a 0. The 0 would just be an oval instead of the letter O. Or if you want to skip that, just 1 to 9. That's just 9 more unknown forms. Why not just do that? And why only a question mark and exclamation mark? Why not other punctuations? I suppose those other ones would be a little harder to do. How would you make a period? How would you make a comma? Oh, you know what Pokemon's never done before? Pokemon Z. Remember when they robbed us of that game? Oh, you know what they definitely have never ever given us before? A Gen 1 remake. Is that the lighting or is that one actually pink? It was just the lighting. The red-colored flower Flabébé having a 0.1 chance of evolving to AZ's Floette. Oh yeah, there's another thing they've never done. AZ's Floette. 0.1% chance? You know, I don't know how telling it is when they gave us remakes of games where Deoxys is available, Arceus is available, all of that before they even gave us AZ's Floette. Oh my god, imagine shiny hunting for that 0.1% AZ's Floette. I would do it. I would. It would take me a lifetime, but I still would. You can see how hard it is now to get a 1 in 100, let alone a 0.1%. You know what I discovered I think I prefer when shiny hunting? I prefer hunting a set of Pokemon. What I mean by that is kind of like the Paradox Pokemon in this game. There was a set of them. There was a big group of them for me to hunt. So I know what to hunt, what order to hunt them in. I get one shiny, I know which one I'm hunting next. I find that's more fun. It's not as fun when I'm just scrolling through the Pokedex, just picking something random for me to hunt. It's kind of like Dynamax Adventures. I hunted everything there. I enjoyed that more. Wow, I wouldn't say it like that. In Let's Go, I hunted the 4 legendaries. There was a set of them for me to do. BDSP, I mostly blink method those, but still, there was a set of them for me to hunt. I find those more fun, having a big group of them to hunt, going one by one instead of just picking something random and hunting that. Unless it's a really good shiny, like a damn good shiny that I must have. How much more time I got? 3 minutes. Hold on, before these 3 minutes end. Let me text him, letting him know that the sandwich is almost done. So, if he's available, I'll do one more sandwich, then call it there for tonight. Or make a new Pokemon that has a 0.01% chance of evolving to a shiny. Nah, that would ruin it. Don't have a Pokemon evolve into a shiny. The anime actually did that. Well, not a 0.01%. But initially the anime said that the red Gyarados was a Magikarp that evolved and it just kept its color. It kept its reddish color. So by that logic, it was a regular Magikarp that evolved into a red Gyarados. They didn't say it was a gold Magikarp evolving into a red Gyarados. Then again, maybe they were theorizing. Maybe nobody saw a shiny Magikarp evolve. This is their first time seeing a Gyarados, so they must have just pieced it together. This Gyarados is red. We've never seen it before. Hey, what if that Magikarp, a regular Magikarp, evolved and it just kept its red color? Yes! That's probably what happened. I'm a little curious how Battle Bond is going to work in this game. Because, you know, they completely destroyed that ability. Getting back to what I said earlier about Game Freak trolling the fans. They really did Greninja dirty. Like, really? You made the fans vote. Greninja was voted most popular, I think, in the world. And what do? They don't even put Greninja in the next game. And then when Greninja finally does return, you basically destroy one of the coolest abilities. Good for you, Game Freak. Making all the right, strong executive decisions. In that board meeting, talking about, what can we do with Greninja? Okay. Let's do him dirty. Yes. The fans love Greninja? Let's not include him in our next game. Yes. What about the next game? The fans will be mad if we don't put him in 2 games in a row. Fine, I guess. Man, I don't wanna program him in. But sir, fine. But I'm not programming in the ability correctly. Fine. You know what I still find fascinating? And the sandwich is over. They should make a spotless Spinda. I'm sure that already exists. It's just if anyone found one or not. Yeah, spotless. Yeah, that definitely does exist. Whether or not anyone on this planet has one is another question. But I still find the case of Greninja being in Smash Brothers so fascinating. Sakurai just happened to choose a Pokemon that he wanted to put in. And it turns out that Pokemon would become one of the most popular ever. I find that so fascinating. Alright, 2 chances. I hope so. I hope this is it. Do one more sandwich after. Let's see if the dude can help me out with that. Because I would not have. I could have, but it's unlikely I'll get 2 shinies again without that help. Alright, let's take a look. That's okay. We'll get it eventually. I really do expect to have to get 200 of these before I even get it. Alright. He ain't responding. So in the meantime, I'll just do the encounter. And hope he responds. I should also fill out that little gap too before I forget. Before I get confused again. Because this is where that shiny Frogadier goes. I will just put... You know, I know Meowscarada doesn't belong there. I'll put Meowscarada as a filler for now. Nope, he responded. No, I don't need the news. Don't need any updates. They should make a Pokemon with the version exclusive shinies. For example, shiny red Eevee or shiny blue Eevee, depending on the version. Huh. Now, I've had an idea similar to this, but no, please, that's too much. I've had an idea similar to this, but not exactly the same. I had an idea of what if they made ultra shiny Pokemon, an even rarer version. You still have the regular shiny, and then you have an even rarer, like a totally different looking shiny, sparkles differently and everything. And instead of the modern day standard 1 in 4,196, or is it 92? I think it's 92. Crap. Whatever. Instead of that, instead of 1 in 4,000 something, it's even rarer. Like 3 times rarer. Instead of the old 1 in 8192, what is that? What does that divide by? What does that multiply by 3? Times 3. 1 in 12,288. 3 times rarer. 1 in 12,288 to get an ultra shiny. Even rarer and completely looks different. I don't think so. No. That's very orange. I don't have a shiny Palmy yet. Come on! They should add the ability to dodge Pokemon attacks in the game, but it's a 1.5 chance of working. Well, that's kind of a thing already. Pokemon can avoid attacks with the level of friendship. It dodged so you wouldn't feel sad or whatever. Oh, can you imagine ultra shinies and a 1 in 100 form, kind of like this? An ultra shiny 3-segment Dudunsparce. Ooh! Oh. Anyone who's wondering what just happened, he ran out of tofu. So just give him a second to make a purchase. Add Pokemon costumes in the game with the chance of it being shiny. Pokemon Go already has that. Maybe not in the mainline games, but that does technically already exist. Actually, there is one instance in a mainline game where that is the case, kinda. And I have this shiny too. In Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, the in-game gift Hat Pikachu can be shiny. They never patched it. It was probably supposed to be shiny locked, but they never patched it too. And here's the funny thing. There's no shiny model. There's no shiny color. They never programmed it in. So I reset for the game for a shiny Pikachu that looks the same, but it sparkles when thrown out into battle. It does not look like a shiny Pikachu, but it sparkles like one. I hunted that before they possibly patched it. They never patched it. Any other shiny ideas? Shiny Magikarp having a 1% chance of evolving into a golden shiny Gyarados. Dang, imagine that, a golden Gyarados. I mean, I suppose it would look more accurate to whatever Gyarados is actually based off of. I'm imagining that long dragon looking like fish. Or a serpent. I just looked it up. Or a serpent. That works too. What is the name of that fish I'm thinking of? No, not Feebas. Arowana, that's it. Yeah, my family used to have a couple of Arowanas. There we go. It's currently 12:51, so I'll be done everything all together around 12:30 a.m. Did I say 12:51? It's 11:51 p.m. right now. This is what I get for starting late. You start late, you end late. I also tried hunting here earlier today. I tried to go for a second shiny Varoom to evolve into a Revavroom. That's still, what a freaking name. I can't believe someone at Pokemon HQ came up with the names Varoom and Revavroom. I'm also debating, should I hunt a shiny Tinkaton? Such a wacky Pokemon too. Imagine a Pokemon that you get at the end of the game, which has a 5% chance that it could be shiny. 5% chance to be shiny. Wow. But the game saves right before you see if it's shiny or not. I don't think they would do that. Unless you can play through the entire game, with the ability to not turn off autosave. Because if you can, then why would the game autosave that one and only time? You know how pissed off people would be? Alright, one more time. One more half an hour. I keep thinking tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. You know, before the DLC even comes out, we kind of know... Well, we know the existence of 3 more Pokemon. The combination of the Johto Beast and the Swords of Justice and that Disc Pokemon. So that's 3 more. So in a way, we know of... Well, as of this moment, before the DLC, we kind of know of 1,011 Pokemon, not 1,008. It's just we haven't truly seen their designs yet. I really don't know what kind of craziness they were smoking when they were designing the concept for this Pokemon game. Like, where did they come up with the idea to combine the 3 of them together? 2 sets of trios. What are you gonna give me next? You're gonna give me a fusion of the forces of nature, Tornadus, Thunders, and Landers. You're gonna give me all 3 of them combined too? What about the trio of Reggies? You're gonna combine them together as well? Hey, that would be the name. Reggie Rock, comma, Ice, comma, Steel. Imagine imagine they did that. A combination of the 3 Reggies. Its name is literally just Reggie Rock, Ice, Steel. And that's how you pronounce it too. Reggie Rock, Ice, Steel. You did this to yourself, Game Freak. You opened the door for the laziest, most craziest Pokemon names ever. Frickin' Flamigo. You did this to yourself. So now the community are coming up with wild ideas, giving them the worst and laziest names possible because you gave them that idea. You put that idea into our minds. I'm thinking, what other trios of legendaries? Well, we have the Kanto birds, but they already made Galarian versions of them, so I doubt they would make a fusion of them. They'll make a quad fusion, fusing Enamorus with the other 3. Oh my god. Ah. You know, I'm not against the idea of them introducing a new legendary to a group that already exists. Kind of like how they added 2 more Reggies, or they added Enamorus to already a trio. I'm not against that idea. Think, what other trios could use a 4th legendary? Besides the Kanto birds. The Kanto birds get enough love as is. You know, speaking of which, speaking of the Kanto birds, yeah, Keldeo's a mythical. And Keldeo was introduced in Gen 5 with the Swords of Justice anyways. I'm talking like years later, like Enamorus. Enamorus was introduced years after the initial trio. But anyway, speaking of the Kanto birds, this is a really, really stupid idea I've had. It's just an idea. So, once again, it's back into Pokemon Go. So in Pokemon Go, there's 3 teams. There's Team Valor, Mystic, and Instinct, based on the 3 Kanto birds. And the teams are red, blue, and yellow. I always thought, what if they introduced another one? What if they introduced a 4th team? What color would that be? Well, obviously I would say green, because green would match those colors more than, say, purple. But what would be the Pokemon as the face of that team? Not team, that color. Well, yeah, team. Hello, Shiny. I'm saying green because green seems like it'll fit more than purple. Because the obvious choice would be Mewtwo. If we're basing it off of Gen 1 legendaries, then Mewtwo would fit would fit that perfectly. But it would be purple. Now, would that really look good? Red, blue, yellow, and purple, would that really look good? Or would the purple kind of look out of place? So to me, green would match better. But what is a green legendary? Well, obviously there's Rayquaza, but that seems out of place. That does seem kind of out of place. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and Rayquaza. So this is my pretty idiotic idea. Shiny Mewtwo as the mascot for the green team. Zygarde, yeah, Zygarde's too far away, too out of place as well. So that's my idea. It's a really idiotic idea, but it's just an idea I've had. If they were to ever add a green-colored team into Pokemon Go, the mascot for that green team would be Shiny Mewtwo. It is so stupid. But it's just an idea I've had. Celebi... But you also have to think too. What would match with the Kanto birds? Celebi, Shaman, Virizion, all of them are just weird additions to the Kanto birds. Mewtwo makes sense because the Kanto birds are Gen 1 legendaries. So is Mewtwo. But Mewtwo, the purple, kind of doesn't seem like it'll fit. But green does. So, shiny Mewtwo is green. That's just my way of looking at it. You know, I don't have a shiny Mewtwo in Pokemon Go. Just that Lugia. I'm sure everyone would prefer that more. I'm sure everyone actually would. Given how much of a fan favorite Lugia is. No love for Ho-Oh. Oh right, Ho-Oh. I guess Ho-Oh's name has a hyphen in it too. Completely, see? That's how little love Ho-Oh gets. I completely forgot Ho-Oh had punctuation in that name as well. Here I am saying I want more Pokemon names to have punctuation, like Type Null has a colon, the Jangmo O-line have hyphens. I just wish there was more, and I completely forgot about Ho-Oh. Does it have a hyphen, or is it just a space? Shit. Wait a second. Wait, does it just... I don't think it has a hyphen. Wait a second. Let me look up Ho-Oh real quick. I don't think it has a hyphen. I think it's just a space. No, it does. It does have a hyphen. Okay, neat. There's that effect again. What's it called? The Mandela effect? Where people have the memory of Pikachu's tail having a black stripe on it. Well, it just played out for me. Does Ho-Oh's name have a hyphen or not? It does. Well, I guess you could say that Ho-Oh would technically be the first Pokemon where its name is just, in a way, two separate words. Ho and O. Yeah, Pokemon names are weird. Especially the ones that don't change based on the gender. When they really should. And once again, yes, I know I could just nickname a female Mr. Mime to say Miss Mime, but it's not the same. It's not the same if it was official. Alright, I'm listening. Or rather, I'm reading. Oh my god. I should have known it was something along those lines when your first line was "hear me out." Shiny Cynthia. Well, the Pokemon anime showed us her wearing different outfits. There you go. Oh, if you want to see a shiny Cynthia, feel free to visit Rule 34. I'm sure you can see plenty there. Is that what you do in your free time? Do that, but with Cynthia? 15 minutes left. Man, he wishes. You know, there's a GIF of Purple Cliff that exists. It's literally just him saying to the camera, "Hi, my name is Jack, and I'm single." I would be so embarrassed if there was a GIF of me doing that on the internet. Just me looking right at the camera and just flat out saying, "Hi, I'm single." I would be so embarrassed if I had one of those. I mean, hey, maybe it'll work. Maybe if that GIF of me exists, I'll be just surrounded by ladies. I don't know. Great idea. You know, I also saw this meme a while ago. It's of Homelander just like taking a deep breath, and the captions were, what if I'm just very attractive and all the women think I'm out of their league?" I sent it to my friends. One of my friends replied, that is the biggest copium I've ever seen." What kind of mentality would that be? How would that change me if I had that mentality? What if I'm just super attractive and all the girls think I'm out of their league? Yeah, I know that's not the case. Boy, you listen to me. If it takes me this long to watch even half of an anime, what makes you think? Why do you think I haven't gotten to that yet? I can assure you, though, keep in mind, audience, this is before Season 4 of The Boys. I can assure you, if Jeffrey Dean Morgan really is in Season 4, I will binge that entire show in one day. Just to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I will. See Negan himself. I will. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you get cast in The Boys, I will binge the entire show. It's definitely on my list of things to watch. But as I've stated before, my level of laziness literally transcends time. Yeah, me too. I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet, because it's literally been on my list of things to watch for years now. I know, it's shocking. Even I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. Did you hear the news that the upcoming season, they said that they recorded the grossest scene yet? Oh, and I kind of I already get a vibe of how the show is. I know one of the episode's titles is literally Hero-gasm. I can only imagine. If they claim themselves that they filmed the grossest scene yet, I can only imagine how that is. About 11 minutes left. Alright, if you believe I recommend you good shit, watch that dog anime. You know which one I'm talking about. Go ahead, watch it. Tell me what you think. Swear to God, you know how big my goddamn list of animes is to watch? Let me think. How long have I been putting off Sword Art Online? Let me think. I watched Season 1 God knows how many years ago. I've always told myself I will one day watch Season 2 and continue the series. I never did. It's literally still on my things to do. Let me think. How many years has it been? I think it's been like 6 to 7 years. Jesus. Holy shit. I watched Season 1 6 to 7 years ago. And I still never watched Season 2 or anything beyond. I think just hearing the fact that Season 2 was hot garbage didn't help. Man, the second half of Season 1 was terrible anyways. I wouldn't say terrible. It just... The freaking title, Sword Art Online, really only plays into the first half of Season 1. And that's about it. Unless there's more I don't know about. You know? Everything beyond Season 2 could play into that name, and I just don't know yet. Because I haven't watched the freaking anime for like 7 years. Oh, if you think I'm slow at watching one season of anime now, 7 years has passed and I still haven't seen season 2 of something else. Keep that in mind. Oh, you know what Pokemon idea I've had for a long time that I highly doubt they would ever do? It requires, like, no work as well. So, this idea got inspired by Pokerus. You guys know what that is. So, this is my idea. A Pokemon that is so small, when you throw it into battle, it looks like nothing's there. But the official art shows in great detail what it looks like. But that's just an extremely zoomed in image. Like, you would need to look under a microscope to see what this Pokemon looks like. Oh, good luck catching it. I'm sure the game will prompt you when you encountered one. But I suppose in real life, oh, good luck even even attempting to find one. I guess you just have to throw your Pokeball in the air and hope you get lucky. Imagine that. Imagine the shiny. You don't visibly see it, but when it shows up, it still shines. Like, that's my idea. Literally, you send out what looks like nothing into battle. It runs away at the start of the battle. Can you imagine that? Like, imagine that. That's where my idea came from, Pokerus. If Pokerus was a Pokemon, because it's like a microscopic virus, if Pokerus was a catchable Pokemon, if you threw it out into battle, it would look like nothing's there. Isn't there an official image of what Pokerus actually looks like? Let me look this up real quick. Well, there's the icon for it. I don't actually know. I don't think there is an official artwork of how Pokerus looks. And you already have yourself a name for that, Pokerus. One day, Pokerus becomes an actual usable Pokemon. It's just a virus. That's it. A microscopic virus. You throw it out into battle, nothing is visibly there. But we have official art of what it looks like when you really, really zoom in. That's my idea. A Pokemon spot that is just literally invisible. It requires, like, no work. All you have to do is program its moveset. It can't be that strong either. It's well, maybe its evasion is, like, extremely high, since you can't even see it. But its HP would be like Shedinja's, where it's just 1 HP. Make missing no catchable and official, and it evolves into any Pokemon in the game at random. In a way, missing no is official and catchable because it's not intended, but it is in a mainline game, and you can catch it. It may crash your game, but you can catch it. You know, that's another idea I've had for a Pokemon 2. Its typing is randomized. I know that would be way too much programming. My idea is either every time you throw it out into battle, it has a different typing. Or, say it's like a legendary, every time you create a new save file, its typing is randomized. No, not like type null. It can have any typing, but it cannot be changed. say there's a new legendary, a box legendary. You play through the game, you catch it, you get a fire type, but you cannot change it. You permanently have a fire type. The only way to get a different type is to reset the game, reset the save file, and play through the whole game again. And maybe the second time you'll get a water type. And that water cannot ever be changed. Like, its typing is completely random. Oh, good luck shiny hunting for a specific type. So that's my idea. Either it's randomized by every single time you throw it out into battle, it has a different typing, or you only get one in the game, and the only way to change its typing is to reset the game and play through it again. But that's too much programming. They'll never do that. They'll never be petty enough to prove me wrong. Now we wait. Now we wait for them to do just that. One minute left. Well, unfortunately, it seems like maybe just one shiny with this sandwich. But one shiny is still better than nothing. Make a shiny Dudunsparce that evolves from 3-segment Dudunsparce. Has 4 oh my god. They could do that. They honestly could. Just keep on adding to Dudunsparce. Dunsparce, Dudunsparce, Dudunsparce. I can really see them actually doing that. And I can totally the idea you said, everything about it, I can completely see them doing that. Dudunsparce would be only evolved, can only evolve from 3-segment. Dudunsparce can only no, Dudunsparce has 4-segment, and also a 5-segment would be even more rare. Jesus, imagine that. You get a 1 in 100 3-segment, and that 3-segment has a 1 in 100 to evolve into a 5-segment. They really would want to torture us shiny hunters at that point. Prove to society that we have no lives. Alright, one shiny. That's okay, it's better than nothing. Alright, let's evolve this and then we'll call it there for tonight. Yay, rain. You know what? I didn't check any of these for marks. Not like I really care. No. No. That's fine. Now, you know what? Let's look at it from the side so we know instantly. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna call it there for tonight. Alright, thanks for watching, man. See you next time when I hunt this. Bye now.